Okay, everybody, what's up? What's good, internet? Let me pull this a little closer to me here. Yeah, that was a little bit of a longer wind-up than I intended. But I had like 3 things happen at once as I clicked go live. It started to sprinkle like rain outside, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, it should be fine. And then I had somebody call me, and I had to go pick up something that they were dropping off in front of my house. So I was like, okay, well, let me go handle this real quick. But all good, all good. They timed it perfectly. If they waited any later, I probably wouldn't answer my phone. So that works out. I'm very happy about that, and it's something I needed. So that works out for a project. So I'm not as prepared as I would like, despite me stopping the intro music and actually starting the stream. Give me a second. I'm gonna get our like chill tunes that's gonna be playing in the background today. Sure. Let's go with that. What do we got? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Just... Alright. Play? There we go. Yeah! Alright. I need to get this working. Okay. So, okay. That's working. And now let's go to the screen. Hey! It's working. Good deal. Let's go. Yeah. Cool, there we go. And we're doing good, y'all. We're doing good. Alright. So what's up, everybody? How we doing? Nice. I'm gonna lean back and I'm gonna have to reset my model for a second. It's gonna mess with it. Hold on. Just, there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Don't mind that. So we're chilling. What was I gonna say? So yeah, normally Sunday nights is when me and the boys record, and well, we're just not tonight because of a number of technical issues. Which, you know, after last week, if you tuned into any of the streams last week, you know I'm very familiar with technical issues, So yeah, we're just hanging out, y'all. We're just hanging out. That being said, you know, I was kind of bummed. I wanted to hang out and chat with the guys. I feel like we haven't recorded in a while, but maybe that's just me. So we'll see. We're gonna make up for it a little bit later this week. Am I like leaning? I feel like I'm leaning. Did my chair rotate? Is that what's happening? Maybe. But yeah, no, we're supposed to be making up for it this week. So I don't know what stream tomorrow is going to be like. May or may not even be able to stream because we have to make up those recordings. But the intent is to stream tomorrow after we do the recordings. I don't know what I'll be streaming, but I'll be streaming something. I have... let's see. I think the plan this week, as far as streams go, assuming the internet is working with me, and it seems to be so far, but it's only been like 5 minutes, so I'm not making any judgments yet. The plan is this week for streams is I'm going to be probably playing some 14 at some point, because I need to finish catching up in the MSQ before Dawn Trail, and I'm pretty close. I got to do 0.3, 0.4, and then the 0.5 stuff. And then, let's see. I keep saying I'm going to do a Warframe stream where I am like farming Affinity, and that is my full intention to do. But we'll see if that happens. Let's see. I said I would start Azir this month, so I may start Azir at some point this week. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, that's kind of the only things I can really think of. I want to start playing through Hollow Knight, but I'm kind of hesitant to start playing through Hollow Knight because I still need to, you know, finish Samurai Remnant. I started it on New Year's, and I haven't actually got around to playing it like more, so maybe I'll do that. That might actually be what we do today if I end up getting to playing games at some point, is playing some Samurai Remnant. So we'll see what happens in that regard. It's like, if I play a game, I kind of want to, like, what I want to do right now is I want to mindlessly, like, just put on some music. Koga the Thief, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I want to put on some, like, music and just chill to some tunes while I, like, mindlessly farm in 14. Work on getting my ninja up and stuff. But that being said, probably not what I'm going to do, because last time I played a game and just mindlessly put music on in the background, Twitch was like, no. Bad. Very bad. So, yeah, I didn't get to do that. That VOD is lost to time. Probably for the better. I was playing, what was I playing? I was playing Star Rail, and I got super frustrated with it. Saito from that LC playing. Saito from that LC playing. Oh, Saito! Yo, what's up? Okay, hey. My brain took a minute to connect the dots. Yo, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I was like, Koga the Thief. That sounds familiar. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying, though? I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you. Yeah, so Twitch doesn't like me doing that. So I'm not going to do that. So, I don't know. That's something I might stream this week. I have 2.0 for Star Rail goes live tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow or the next day. And I'm very behind, and I would like to play through Pinacani. Like, the story looks really good. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might play through Star Rail some this week. But I get really frustrated with Star Rail very quickly. I don't know. It's weird. I love turn-based games. Dale, what's up, buddy? I love turn-based games. Like, I've said this on the podcast before, right? And if you listen to the podcast, you've probably heard me say it. Or if you've been around my stream long enough, you've probably heard me say this. In every, like, aspect, I should love Star Rail more than I do, like, Genshin. But I prefer Genshin. And Star Rail, I get aggravated with it sometimes. And not because of the gacha, not because of any of the systems in play. It's just, I don't know, the way their turn-based combat works or something. I don't know, something just aggravates me. And I get frustrated. And I don't know, yeah, like, if you were there for that stream that was lost to the void because I had music playing, you would have seen me and heard me getting very frustrated very quickly. Because of just, I don't know, man. It's weird, but yeah, I have a lot to do to catch up on that, and 2.0 goes live this week. And I'd like to play Pinacani because it looks really interesting. So I'm gonna try and do some catch up on that at some point. Like I said, I don't know if that's gonna be this week or next. I haven't figured it out. I'll figure something out. I need to do it. I need to do it. But it's so frustrating. I don't know if it's just like I don't have good team building. Like I just can't make a good team. Whoops! I almost pulled my mic off the stand. My bad. Like I don't know if I don't have good team building ability there, or I'm just bad at team building. Which, as many RPGs and JRPGs and things I've played, I like to think I'm pretty alright at team building. So maybe that's not the issue. I just struggle with it, man. I don't get it. I struggle at that game. And you know, I was gonna bring this up on the podcast at some point, and I still might, to be fair. And people give, like, it's fun seeing all the shade thrown at Genshin because of all the things that like Star Rail's getting in Genshin isn't, and things like that. But it's kind of crazy if you look at the number of characters that have come out in the 1.x cycle of Star Rail and compare it to the number of characters that came out in the 1.x for Genshin. It's almost doubled. I almost want to say it's almost tripled the number of characters. So it's wild how many characters come out in Star Rail, and like how fast it feels compared to Genshin. Because going into 2.0 this week, we have 2 new characters coming out. We have 3 new characters. Because we have a new 4-star, and then we have the 2 new 5-stars. The next patch for Genshin 4.5, we're getting exactly 1 new character. So it's just the speed that characters come out in Star Rail is crazy, and a lot to keep up with sometimes. So hold on as I take a drink of my water. But I'm sure that's something I will bring up on the podcast at some point, because I think it'd be an interesting talking point. So y'all can look forward to that episode in the future. What episode's going out tomorrow? What do y'all have coming y'all's way tomorrow? Tomorrow is February 5th. Okay. Tomorrow's a fun episode. It is I don't know, for me and the boys, for our friend group, it's definitely an episode that everybody will enjoy, I'm sure. But it's a little bit more niche in that regard, that you have to enjoy the game we're talking about, I guess. But so Dalit, are you still here? Since we didn't record tonight, I can tell you the fun story that I didn't get to tell you last night. I need to actually look over here and check my email real quick. I need to keep an eye for something. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, this is work related. I'm still perplexed. Like, Dalit, I think you tried to send your weather my way because I clicked go live and then it started like raining outside my house. What the heck, man? I need to make sure I don't lose that email. It is important. Yes, you heard your name. I said, what's the deal, man? Did you, like, just send your weather over here? Because I clicked go live and it started raining outside my window. The heck, man? Well, I guess the weather decided it wasn't satisfied with just one of us. It had to hit more than one of us. Admittedly, mine's not super bad. It's just some light rain that I think at the moment has already stopped. But it might pick back up. According to the weather app on my phone, it might pick back up. Oh, but I didn't get to tell you the fun story that I mentioned last night. That's what it was like for me. That one night we didn't record. I said because of the weather, that's what it was. A lot of wind and rain. But yeah, no, I didn't get to tell you the fun story. So you remember that project I was working on? That I was getting really like stressed over and frustrated with? Well, yesterday I took it to the show to the board of people that I was working with on it, or that I had volunteered to do the video for, or whatever. And I showed them what I had so far, and I was like, you know, this is a week until this video is supposed to be done, right? I have to have it by next Saturday, so it was a week. Away, and so I show them the video, I show them what I got, and they're all like, "Yeah, this looks really great, Matt." And I'm like, "Cool. I'm glad." They're like, "So we need you to change everything." And I'm just like, "Wait, what?" They're like, "Yeah. So we only have like a 15-minute window for this video to fit in, so it needs to be 15 minutes or less." And I'm just like, okay, well, if you want both of these things that you want in this video, it's not gonna work. I can't fit all of that in 15 minutes. That's crazy. And so what the solution ended up being is I have to make one video that is within 15 minutes for the actual presentation. And then I have to make like a really pretty slideshow of photos to play in the background of the event, essentially. I'm just like, okay, so it's like the one video project I was working on is now, I'm having to split it in two and basically start over. So yeah, that's cool. It's gonna be a busy week for me. We have podcasts to record tomorrow. I have to stream my normal days of Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then I have to I have to edit and put together these two videos in a 5-day span. Not to mention, I'm still technically on nursing duty, I guess you'd say, because like I still have my stepdad and mother in recovery from surgeries, and my grandmother to look out for. So it's just like, oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This week is Matt's gonna die. Matt's gonna die. But it's all good. I'll make it work. I hope it's not the case. I'm not super fond of the prospect of dying, but Believe it or not, as somebody who said they'd never make it to the age of 30, I am now at the point in life where I'm not super fond of the prospect of dying. I'd like to go a little longer. Don't know how much longer, just a little bit longer. I'd like to actually see 30, since I'm not technically there yet. So let's hope I don't die. The what is it? The biggest difficulty, really, like the trickiest thing this week for me, is just figuring out what I want to stream. I'm so torn. There's a lot of things I want to play and I want to do, but just not sure what I'm gonna do. I feel like I might go ahead and start Azure because I kind of want to. I kind of have that itch. But at the same time, I really want to play through Hollow Knight, but I don't think I want to let myself start Hollow Knight until I finish Samurai Remnant. And to that, I need to play Samurai Remnant. It's just, there's so many options for me, and I don't know. And then at the back of my head, though, like, what I really want to play is, what is it? I want to play Reload. I want to play P3 Reload. But I don't have that. So I can't play that. So that makes that decision really easy. But it's like, man, if I had it, that would be easily what I play. What, when I play Reload or when I play Hollow Knight? I think those are the only two games that I mentioned that you would play along with. Or Azure, I guess that's also an option. Reload, okay. Oh, you heard Relink. No, not Relink. Yes, I would like to play Relink, and it does look really fun. But yeah, Persona 3 Reload is sitting right there, and most other games just don't matter enough to me, including Relink, because I want to play that. I want to play Reload way more. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And anybody that, isn't here right now will hear me say this on the podcast as well, because I'm going to bring it up at some point. It's so frustrating. I have been asking and tweeting and on the internet talking about, please give me a Persona 3 remake for years now. Years. And it's finally done. They're finally doing it. It's out. It's available. And I can't get it. I don't have the funds to get it right now. I've just been so, full on games to play recently. We talked about it in the, hold on. Did this episode go live yet? Let me make sure I'm not spoiling an episode. This episode isn't even live yet, so I can't say exactly what I said. But I'll talk about it in a future episode. That it's tricky because I've been playing 14 and I've been playing Warframe, which are very time consuming, being active live service games. And then I've been playing Genshin because the new update's here, and I'm getting prepped and ready to play through the Lantern Rite, because that starts this week. I think that starts this week. And so I've got to get ready to play through Lantern Rite, and I've been working on getting ready to play through Lantern Rite, and those have consumed so much time. And I finally finished Zero, which was a little bit time consuming. Zero took a bit of time, a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought I would finish Zero a little faster than I did, but I didn't. So you live and you learn. Yeah, it's just, I haven't been able to sit down and play it since that first time I started it on New Year's. So I really need to get through a playthrough of Remnant still. But I really also want to play Cyberpunk. There's so many games I want to play. And that's why I'm like, I'm going to stream 4 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. 4 days a week. 4 days, 4 times that I am set to play video games, right? And I haven't, like, yes, I've been playing games, but I just haven't been productive with my playing of games. And then freaking Power World absorbed what, a week and a half? It's fun. It was very fun. It still is fun, but it took a week and a half away. Week and a half I could have been using to progress on other games. You know, maybe that's what I should do this week. Maybe I should just forego, what, you go back to Power World here in a week or so? Maybe I should just forego, the Warframe grind. I might keep 14 on there because I still want to make sure I get the story caught up with and done. Maybe I forego the Warframe grind this week and just try to put more time into playing through Remnant and other things like that. Because I have so many games I want to play. And I really need to do the one playthrough of Remnant at least. Yeah, maybe that's what I do. I mean, like I said, I might play some games tonight. Who knows? I got in today from service, and I was dead tired. I didn't sleep last night. I felt awful. I was just like, man, I need some sleep. So I came in. I didn't eat lunch. I didn't do jack. I came in, took my assorted jewelry off so that I didn't like kill myself in my sleep with it, and just zonked out. And I woke up at almost 5 o'clock. So I've been awake for just a little over 3 hours now, almost 4 hours. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not ready to go to sleep. So I think I'm gonna be sitting here for a bit. So yeah, I'll probably play some games tonight too, as long as my internet holds up. Which it has been so far. So far, we're doing pretty good, and I'm happy. I haven't seen no issues. I just need it to... I need it to stay. I need it to stabilize. Weather doesn't sound like it's too bad out there. Sounds like that was just a false alarm. So I don't have to worry about, you know, power going out or internet going out because of that. We should be good. Things should be good. I should be able to play a game tonight. And now that I've put so much emphasis on it, sometime in the next, like, 15 minutes, I'm going to have, like, all kinds of issues. Just bet. It's going to happen. I mean, at the very least, I am enjoying just being able to sit here and chat for a bit. It's cool. It's good. Just unwinding after the week and the day. And getting prepared to go into this next week. As busy as this next week's gonna be. It's gonna be so busy. So hopefully, this is part of why I enjoy Sundays as our recording time. It's a good time for out with the past week, in with the new week, right? Last day of the week, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Ow! Freaking, my hair got caught. Painful. I found out a friend of mine has started making Minecraft skins. And I'm just like, oh really? That's cool. So I'm thinking when I get my full model reference done, I'm gonna ask her to make me a skin of myself for Minecraft. That'd be really dope. I would really enjoy that. Oh, here's a fun one. For the last, 3 days, not counting today, so the 3 days before this, everybody that knows me knows that I am a fiend when it comes to drinking soda or pop or cola or whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm a fiend when it comes to drinking it. And I drink so much of it regularly, like so much. Considerably less than I used to, mind you, but I still drink a lot of it. Well, the last like 3 days, I've had like no desire to drink soda, and I've just been drinking like water or like these flavored waters that I've started drinking rather. And today, this morning, I was on my way on my way to service, and I was just like, I'm tired. I haven't slept. I need some caffeine. I'm gonna grab a soda. So I swung into a gas station. I picked up a drink and went on my way. Man, that did not agree with me at all. It was bad. Oh, it was bad. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick to my waters and stuff now. I think that's the right call. And in my effort to be a little bit healthier and improve a little bit this year, as I mentioned on the podcast, yeah, that'll play a part into it. We'll see how long it lasts, because I feel like eventually I'll go back to it, because I always end up doing that. But maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be healthy for a little while. It'll be a rare occurrence. This past week we got to go back to playing D&D, my normal group that I play with on Fridays, and it was so good getting to go back. I'm sorry, I hadn't replied to a message. But yeah, it was so awesome getting to go back to playing D&D. My character is, I had this real fun, how do I put this? I had this fun way of like handling him, of playing him this week. Because he's normally out adventuring. That's what he does. That's his job. He's an adventurer. He goes, he explores, he delves into ruins, he does all this. Well, he's been just at like home for like 3 weeks now, and that's after like an even longer stay stuck at home, and he's just adapted to it. And I've had him adapt to it in the most amusing ways. Like, he'll just be sending messages like through sending, just like he's texting people, making dinner reservations, planning this, doing that. It was really fun. So it's like we were having, because the whole like party met back up for the first time in a while, and everybody was like chatting and catching each other up, and my character was sitting over here with like a wine glass and some wine in his hand, just in his head messaging people, making plans for dinner or for this or for that. And I'm just like, this is peak D&D right here. Just casually just organizing fictional dinners and stuff. It was, I don't know, it was a blast. It was a fun comeback, and I'm very excited to get back to playing. So I'm happy to see that the internet's holding out. So you know what, let's hold on. I'm gonna try and do a thing. Twitch, I'm gonna try and do a thing. Hold. Let's see if I can. Okay, well, hold on. First off, I need to fix something here. No. Twitch, please. Is it this button? I think it's this button. Nope, not that button. Is it this button? Yeah, there you go. Alright. We're gonna make a new. Alright, we got text. Yeah, sure. Okay, hold on. I think I can throw this up on. Can't I? No, I don't want to do that. I want to add this. Not. Would it be window capture? I think it's a window capture. Hey, there we go. Okay. Alright, guys, hold on. So... Okay. Well, we're gonna have to move that down a little bit, aren't we? Hold up, hold up. Okay. So we have options for this week, right? So like I said, oh man, that's so small. Hold on. Here's what we'll do. Is that a little bit better? It's a little bit better. Can I up the font? There we go. We'll up the font. There we go. There we go. So yeah, okay. So I see I have Warframe. That's something I wanted to do this week. We're gonna plan this out. We're gonna do this. Doing it live. And then on that same vein, I have XIV, and I guess I'll put Genshin here, right? I should probably put Star Rail as well because I mentioned I wanted to do that. Okay. Those are like, these games aren't going anywhere games. They're live service. They're active. And then in the other vein, I had Hollow Knight. I had I had Samurai Remnant. I had Azure. I had Cyberpunk, right? Yeah, those were the games I was talking about. Okay, so yeah, those are the games I'm looking at. Like on these, what am I gonna do this week? Maybe I should like sit down and like hard focus on Samurai Remnant so I can be done with it. Possibly. I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do. Samurai Remnant was fun. It was... I didn't, like, not enjoy it. It was enjoyable. I can say that it suffers from the same issue I think most, like, Musou games suffer from for me. And that's that they don't hold my attention super well. Like, nothing about the gameplay ever ends up being so... like riveting, I'll say. So riveting to excite me or keep me enthralled in playing. I was talking about I like Samurai Remnant. It's fun, but it like suffers from the same thing I think most Musou games suffer from for me. And that's like, though they're not, not fun, they just never end up holding my attention for long periods of time. They're entertaining. I enjoy them. But it's just, as much as I, even if I really enjoy the game and I really, the story's really good or something like that. For Samurai Remnant, I just don't have a great drive or excitement to sit down and play it. It's kind of weird because I want to know what happens in the story. I want to keep playing it. I want to find out. I want to enjoy the game and play through it and experience the story. But despite wanting that, there's nothing like pushing me to play it because the game is not. It just doesn't have that like gameplay enticement. It's kind of weird. It's like, even if a game has a great story or a really good story, if the gameplay isn't super interesting or super exciting, it'll really it'll really kill the game. So I'm not saying that's the case here. I'm not saying Samurai Remnant's being killed or anything like that. It's just it's one of those things. So one or two of these games will definitely be played this week, I think. This will be played this week, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what I'm doing. I make it up. I make it up as I go. Let's be real. Let's be real. Oh, Dolette. Did you see the video I posted earlier in the podcast Discord? It's crap. This was an interesting video. In fact, hold on, let me copy this link. In fact, let's watch it together. Let's watch it here on stream. We're gonna watch it on stream. I don't see anybody being particularly angry at us for that. Okay, hold on. Hold up.
This one here survived the wreck. Sure looks like it.
For years, Skull and Bones was assumed to be a ghost ship, the Ubisoft pirate game that would never make it to harbour. Having suffered 6 public delays, it is one of the most frequently postponed games of all time. The near total silence that surrounded it year after year convinced people that it was either permanently anchored at the port of development hell, or that it had already sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Each new delay
I forgot how good they made some of the trailers for Skull and Bones look, right?
Ubisoft Singapore. The answer was hundreds of
and this reminded me so much how much, like, how good it looked.
Not really reboot the game.
This didn't feel quite right.
We wanted to expand.
The narrative is, hey, when is this game launching?
Now, almost 7 years since it was first revealed, Skull and Bones is ready to set sail. But this final version is very different to the game we first saw in 2017.
I'm assuming everybody can
Across its
hear.
development journey, the naval battler has changed forms multiple times, with its final design emerging from a major reboot that prolonged.
Dollar, I need you to let me know.
development
Make sure
and left
it's
several
audible.
prototypes shipwrecked.
There's always
It's good,
things
okay.
that you can salvage.
It got a lot bigger.
This studio knows how to ship AAA games.
This is the inside story of Skull and Bones' many delays and the challenges that caused them.
Also, the production quality of this video was astounding. Very good. Bravo, IGN team.
In Skull and Bones, the Indian Ocean is your playground. You're free to explore its open world and hunt down the food and materials you need to survive in the golden age of piracy. You can take on contracts that build your infamy and push you towards the ultimate goal of becoming a fearsome pirate kingpin. Its story is minimalist, promoting your own adventures and the self-made tales of the other players that all
what is it? The like graphical quality of the like trailers and cutscenes they show from the trailers and stuff compared to that like little clip. Where is it? Hold on. No, okay, I went too far.
ocean need to survive towards the ultimate
Yeah, here.
goal.
Like just the comparison of quality from the cutscene to this is it is pretty stark, right? Like that doesn't look anything like how good it
Of
looks.
becoming a fearsome pirate kingpin. Its story is minimalist.
that
promoting
looks
your
so
own
good there,
adventures and the
but-
self-made tales of the other players that also sail these online seas. But Skull and Bones
Yeah.
wasn't always this live service open world survival game. In fact, Skull and Bones has been multiple different games, or at least ideas for games, before it became what it is today. Our story
It wasn't always this open world live service pirate game, despite that being like exactly how they promoted it in the very first presentation.
Story starts in 2017, when Ubisoft revealed a brand new pirate game at its annual E3 conference. The presentation was led by creative director Justin Farron, a member of Ubisoft Singapore studio and a veteran producer of Assassin's Creed since the days of Black Flag.
Skull and Bones takes place in
Also,
a
it's kind of
shared
wild
system
that
world.
you're considered a
Sails
veteran
forward,
producer of
or
Assassin's
form a
Creed,
gang of
and you've only
pirates
been doing it
friends.
since Black Flag.
And together,
Wild.
terrorize the trade routes of the Indian Ocean.
But that shared world was not what Ubisoft showed in its gameplay demonstration.
It was more like a hero arena shooter, but with ships. It was a 5v5 arena-based multiplayer.
Known as Loot Hunt,
It was originally a
Boats would be an
5v5
enable take on hero
arena
shooters like Rainbow
verse
Six Siege and Overwatch,
multiplayer.
rather than the sort of seafaring MMO that Farron had described. But Ubisoft assured
Right?
that Skull and Bones would be better than what we'd seen.
Oh man, I
It
would
have a
not
shared
have
world,
enjoyed that at
seasonal
all.
content, and a narrative campaign that would flow into the multiplayer experience.
Our campaign is actually integrated into the experience in our PvE and our PvP.
I see.
So players, again, they start as a an upstart captain. They work their way up. Yeah, I mean, narrative's important.
All of this, Ubisoft said, would launch in the fall of 2018. 1 year later, just weeks before E3 2018, Skull and Bones was pushed back until at least 2019. Despite the
first delay.
It was still part of Ubisoft's E3 conference, and it looked radically different to how it did in 2017. Rather than 5v5 multiplayer, the new demo showcased a cooperative game in which players teamed up to take down a powerful enemy warship. Was this the shared world that had been promised the previous year, or had Skull and Bones morphed into a different game entirely?
We like to see it as an evolution of the game. Not a different game necessarily, but we wanted to expand. We knew we had something great, it was feeling great, it was looking great, but why don't we offer more? Why don't we have more variety in gameplay and bring back that exploration that was very popular in Black Flag? We wanted to do the biggest pirate naval open world game we could do.
As E3 2018 drew to a close, few people would have anticipated the 4 years they would have to wait until they saw Skull and Bones again. The following year, it was delayed until sometime after March 2020, and Ubisoft's E3 2019 conference went ahead without even a single new screenshot. Just months later, a third delay was announced. In 2020, Ubisoft revealed that
3
the studio
delays.
had found a new vision, which subsequently led to a fourth delay.
Fourth
As the years
delay.
and delays went by, not a single thing was seen of Skull and Bones.
I think in total it's 6
In July
delays they went through.
2021, the long silence was broken, but not by Ubisoft. A damning report from Kotaku painted a picture of a studio in chaos. It claimed that over the course of 8 years, Skull and Bones had been helmed by 3 different creative directors, each of which worked
I want to say that we kept saying 10 years when we talked about this before. It is 8 years, so we were pretty close.
to different documents, meaning that many concepts, including an Assassin's Creed spin-off and the modes we'd seen at E3, had been scrapped in favour of building different designs. Anonymous interviews with current and former developers suggested that the project was a mismanaged nightmare, lacking direction.
Yeah, we were close. We kept saying like 10 years, and it was 8 years. So we were 2 years off, which is, that's pretty close. So according to this, that's not true. Yes, 10 years is still fair. Apparently, they showed it off, and it was still in its prototype phase, which they'll say in a little bit. But
it was a report that raised dozens of questions, but the biggest of them was the simplest. What on earth was happening inside Ubisoft Singapore?
they keep showing, and yeah, it was Anthemed, 100%.
Studios contributed to every Assassin's Creed title since AC2.
Here's an
The
important
studio
thing.
knows how to ship AAA games, and that's why we got the opportunity to lead on Skull and Bones.
Ubisoft Singapore started life in 2008 as a small support studio. Over the years, it has grown from a handful of people to a few hundred staff, working on games such as Prince of Persia and Ghost Recon. Its most famous creation, though, is Assassin's Creed 3's Naval Combat, which went on to form the foundations of Black Flag. With that,
Ubisoft Singapore was the team that made the ship combat in Assassin's Creed 3 and then brought it up to what it was in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So why and how did it get to the point that it is in that last closed beta? The gameplay of Black Flag was so responsive. It felt so good, right? What the heck happened for it to get worse because that last closed beta, that combat, that gameplay did not feel responsive, did not feel good, it did not feel smooth at all. Yeah, in every possible way, they were the foundation for this game. This was their game to make.
That series-defining success, the Singapore team saw a new and exciting future for themselves. They wanted to be more than a support studio.
Oh, it's so
They
crazy.
wanted to take naval combat to the next level and create an original game of their own. But making a great game is far from an easy task.
There's another thing. They wanted to take the naval combat, right? From the beginning, when it was the 5v5 shooter idea, like arena shooter idea, it was always just naval ship combat. So why in like every trailer over the like 8 years of this game's delays and issues and everything, did they keep showing scenes of combat between the pirates like there was actually ever going to be combat between the pirates? Why? What is the thought process to that?
Particularly when it's your first time as a lead developer.
There's nothing in the video game industry that's harder than building a new IP. You think you know what the game is, but you're really discovering in many ways as you go and finding out what resonates with your players.
You're trying to find the recipe, you're trying to find that core.
And they're right, you know, that's very true. Creating a new IP in the video game industry is super rough.
All the things that don't make
especially when you're shooting for something that's like AAA style.
It's a journey, it's a process of iteration.
Creating a new game is difficult, but it's even more of a challenge without leadership. In late 2018, creative director Justin Farron was making preparations to depart Ubisoft Singapore. He would leave the following summer, but the need for a new creative director raised questions about more than just leadership. What was this game's identity? Was it a PvP multiplayer arena or a co-op open world? Was it a narrative campaign or a live service game? If Skull and Bones was to survive this development storm, it needed help. The search was on for a new captain.
I didn't know they went through this leadership change. Like, it talks about more of the like staff issues they had later on, but I didn't realize they had all those issues pop up too.
So that's when Elizabeth Pellin joined as creative director, which I believe was about 3 years-ish ago.
The vision that Elizabeth, our creative director, came in with was very clear. I mean, it was taking what was the original Skull and Bones, the 5v5 shooter, and turning it into an open world game where players can choose the way they're going to experience the world and really become their own pirate.
Ubisoft knew that Skull and Bones was in need of an experienced, steady hand. That seniority was found in Elizabeth Pellin, a 20-year-plus Ubisoft veteran and vice president of its editorial team. Pellin had significant experience in directing games with online features, and so it was believed she was ideally suited to a project attempting to work out its own multiplayer identity.
At the end of 2018, Ubisoft was looking for someone who was familiar with the processes of creating a new IP. They were also looking for someone to help Skull and Bones to turn the most promising prototypes and demo into a full game experience.
Prototypes, demos. Despite having initially planned for a 2018 release, Skull and Bones was still in the prototyping phase by the end of that year.
There it is. By the end of
open world had been
2018, it was still in
showcased at E3
prototype.
that summer, internally, Skull and Bones was still a small-scale versus game.
At that time,
Yeah.
the game was a 5 versus 5 PvP arena. The 5 versus 5 was fun to play, but sometimes it was also difficult for the player
There's
to
no telling.
maneuver inside an
They showed it
arena
off in
with such big,
2018,
ships,
and at the end of that
because
year,
the
it's
ship
still
didn't
in
have a lot of
prototype phase.
customizable, options. It was difficult
And
for us to
I don't know if she said it
project
yet, but
on
she'll
the
say it
long
in a
term,
second if she
while
hasn't
on the
yet.
open world, the game experience at
They
the
hadn't
top
made
choice.
any more of
But
the
that
map
potential
than
was
this
still
really
in its
tiny
early
arena
stages.
that was
Despite
supposed to,
having
the
been
5v5
discussed
was
as
supposed
part
to take
of the
place
initial
in.
reveal, the open world still didn't exist.
Like,
beyond the
what
demo built
was
for
going
E3
on at this point?
2018. So far, it was just a taste of what Ubisoft Singapore hoped Skull and Bones would one day become.
The chunk of open world was a 15-minute demo that did showcase different classes of ship. It was not yet an entire open world. They tried to develop the PvP arena and the open world in parallel, but it was a little bit challenging for the team because it was the first time that
Okay, so I don't make games, right? Maybe one day. but that's not what I do at the moment. So I don't know this. They were trying to make the 5v5 arena at the same time they were trying to make the open world. Why could they not just make the open world and then take the portion of the map that they wanted to be the arena and just make that the arena? Why make two different things like simultaneously? Again, yeah, I don't make games. I don't know like exactly how a lot of this works. It just, that seems to me, to my brain, that just seems really kind of roundabout. Why do it that way? I don't know, man.
Most of the talents had the opportunity to create their own IP. We thought that it would be safer and maybe more interesting for the players.
I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that. I don't want to be the only one who thinks that. I was afraid I was.
If Skull and Bones was to succeed, the Ubisoft Singapore team would first need to find its focus. On Pellen's advice, all staff would move to the open world design and build that up from a demo into a full game. Any other idea the team
so she had the
wasn't
right
fully
idea.
capable of building in parallel would be cancelled, and so the 5v5 mode was abandoned. A third mode, the previously promised narrative single-player campaign, was also in development, and that would also need to be scrapped.
It was a little bit challenging for the team because it was their first IP, and building a solo campaign is really time-consuming. We didn't have the full team to deliver a full solo campaign.
Beyond the issues with development,
yeah, that's what she
the game
did.
Itself, Pellen also saw that
her
the
coming
studio was
in
need
really
of
did
someone
save this project in a lot of
building
ways.
and launching a complete
So,
original game.
a lot of
The studio
applause
was
to
a
her
little
for
bit,
giving that
isolated
direction.
also from the other studios and from the HQ. And since I had spent some time on both the production side and also the editorial side, I thought that I would be maybe a great addition to the project to help them with the editorial expectations and also to help them to go through the different milestones required to ship a game.
With Pellen as the ship's new captain, Skull and Bones would finally find its true heading, the new vision that Ubisoft would later announce in 2020. But why a new vision? Why, after years of development, old visions and little genuine progress, did Ubisoft not just cancel the entire project? Why was staff not reassigned to other games?
That's a question I'm sure many people have, is why has this game continued for so long? I think that in many other companies, maybe it wouldn't have survived as long as it has.
Ubisoft supports projects they believe in, teams they believe in. I firmly believe that they knew that there was something with this. This didn't feel quite right, but they wanted to see what they could do. So they asked a very experienced creative to come in and take a look at how she could influence the project and take it in that direction, which is what has happened.
There was, apparently, another factor too. Kotaku's report claimed that the studio made a deal with the local government that requires Ubisoft Singapore to launch an original game within the next few years. In short, the studio may be legally required to deliver Skull and Bones. When IGN asked if this is true, Ubisoft declined to comment. Regardless of the details keeping it in development, one thing was clear: Skull and Bones needed reworking. It needed to leave its campaign and 5v5 mode behind and fully focus on the shared open world that it had promised. And so Pellen moved to Singapore and took over as creative director, ready to rally the team around a new vision.
I arrived on the project with one simple question, is how do you become a pirate? What did blow my mind? At that time, all those legendary pirates in Indian Ocean started with almost nothing to become the rock stars of the 17th centuries. They had to face unpredictable storms, they had to survive to mutinies, to shark attacks, and sometimes starvations. Suddenly, for me, it made this fantasy more relatable because it means that anyone could become a pirate.
The idea of that journey became the foundation for Pellen's vision, a live service open world game all about survival. This new version of Skull and Bones would feature resource gathering, trading and crafting. A deep progression system would chart your rise from a nobody to a notorious kingpin. If it was a key part of the dangerous life of a pirate, Pelham wanted it in the game.
My mandate was to deliver an authentic
I love that you
pirate
can put so much
experience
customization onto
in
your
a
character.
deep multiplayer,
And
open
at
world.
most,
So
you
the
see
first
them at the
objective was to
wheel of
develop a
the
vast,
ship
fully seamless
occasionally,
open world
and just
dedicated
when
to
you're walking
generate
around in the little
emergent,
hubs.
content, but also to provide several activities to both solo, PV and PvP players. Then the second big step we took is to break down our ships, but also the captain pirate role into different layers of progressions. The third pillar we worked on was the narrative. So we really wanted to give the opportunity to the player to write their own story. So instead of working on a solo campaign, that would have prevented the team to really create a deep open world. We built a lore that can be consumed like a puzzle in the order you want. Those are really the three pillars we work on to capitalize on the existing naval combat system to bring it to the next level.
Pelham's vision
Which makes
was
sense.
effectively a reboot that refocused the team back to its original promise of a shared systemic world. But where a reboot at Ubisoft would typically see a team reduced down to its core creatives and then slowly built back up as the game took form, Ubisoft Singapore was unable to do that.
All the new IPs
So this
at
gets a
Ubisoft
little
went
interesting
through
here.
one or two reboots. In the case of Skull and Bones, we could not really reboot the game because we could not ramp down the team. So we had to continue, we had to make some adjustment, but to continue to work with 500 people. In Montreal, it's easy also to transfer some people or to offer them the opportunity to work for a while on another game before to go back to the initial titles they are started. And in Singapore, it was not possible at that time for several reasons. So we had to work with this big team.
But the development team faced that challenge head-on. By building the new vision around the core naval combat systems that the studio had already crafted for 5v5 multiplayer, they ensured that Skull and Bones did not have to be started again from scratch. Much of the team's previous hard work would not be lost.
And there's always things that you can salvage. A reboot is never a total reboot. So the navigation, how the ship felt, all of those things was even in the game you saw before. They felt good. They were pretty good.
They
But
felt
how do we
good.
bring that into a progressive
Really?
system for the player? How do we have more depth to that
It feels
combat?
less responsive
Not
than
just
Black Flag. How does that feel
arcadey,
good?
You know, cannons go boom type of gameplay. So all of that needed to be introduced.
It got a lot bigger, and technically it got a lot more complex. Of course, it means that some things need to be reworked, some things need to be changed, and timelines adjusted, and you know.
Maybe I'm
it is
misremembering
part of the
how
reason why
well
we need
Black
more
Flag
time. We
felt,
have these cool
because
ideas, we want to add to the scope, add to the
I don't know,
scope.
man.
Talk of your deeds grows louder.
Rallied around this new survival vision, the Singapore team geared up into full development. And by July 2022, 4 years after its last public showing, Ubisoft was confident enough in Skull and Bones to reveal its new form to the world.
Welcome to Skull and Bones. Our game takes place during the golden age of piracy, in a world inspired by
Okay,
the
I'm glad
beautiful
I'm
yet
not
dangerous
misremembering that.
Indian Ocean.
I thought Black Flag felt
But rather than
amazing.
being met by unanimous applause, the re-reveal was greeted by cautious skepticism and mixed feelings from the gaming community.
Of course, we are a little bit sad that some players expected Assassin's Creed Black Flag 2. Since the beginning of this reboot,
Well, yeah, a lot of
collaborated
people expected
with
Black
players
Flag
who
2
were,
because it's
inside our program,
because you did
with a lot of
not
playtests
her
also,
specifically, but
ensure
Ubisoft
that
did a
the
terrible
process of
job
creation
in their initial
will follow
presentation,
players'
making it, you know,
expectations.
The best feedback, of course, comes when players
with
have
what
actually been able to play the
what they
game,
were
and
giving.
that was planned to be soon. The re-reveal came with the first solid release date, November 8, 2022. In less than half a year, the team's work would finally be in players' hands. 3 months later, Ubisoft delayed Skull and Bones for the 5th time. 3 months after that, Ubisoft delayed Skull and Bones for the 6th time. 6 delays across 6 years. Few games have suffered as many publicly announced postponements as Skull and Bones. It's a situation that's damaged the game's reputation, turning it into the butt of many internet jokes. But the re-reveal proved that Skull and Bones was still alive. Not just alive, but apparently on track. Almost ready, even. So, what happened? Skull and Bones' early years saw the studio struggle to find the right design framework. That accounts for the first delay. But while the team was put on the right path when Elizabeth Pallen joined in 2019, the journey towards her survival-focused vision could not be finished within the initially planned timeline. The next 4 delays were the result of numerous design struggles, from technology shifts to simply ensuring the game was fun enough for players.
The particularity of Skull and Bones is that our
so they said from
so it's a full
they said technology
PvE
struggles or whatever.
PvP
That one makes
supported
sense, right?
also by PvE server.
It makes sense that they would,
you
know, switch.
Comfort zone. When you build a seamless world dedicated to generate emergent content, you have to accept
that
part
they
of the
would
content will escape to your control.
What is
it's
it?
so difficult to control the player.
That they would like that
experience
it would
because
end up
some
readjusting things for modern consoles. Like
we had to involve partner studios.
it's not great
together
because they had to do all the
pieces of
delays
content
before,
and put
but
them
that
together
delay
and
makes
aggregate
sense and
them
wasn't a
into
terrible
world
call.
took some time. And the more systemic is a game, the more bugs you have to fix as well.
Further complicating things was the release of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles. The increased power of these machines was naturally a boon for an open world.
Because you take a game like
filled to
this
the
and you release it on
horizon with
old-gen
technologically
consoles
advanced water
when it
technology.
already had
And so the
lost a lot
decision
of
was
the
made to make
interest and
Skull and
hype
Bones
behind
a
it,
new generation
and then you put it on a
exclusive.
console
The
that
process
was
to
only
convert
going
the
to see
game
so
from
many
old
years
to
of
new gen
support.
took
Yeah,
almost
that
6
would
months.
have been a bad
But
idea.
complex
So.
work and shifting timelines
That delay
were the
makes sense.
only
It just
issues
was
endured by
terrible
development
in the
staff.
sense
In
that
the
they had
summer of
already delayed it
2020, the
so many
Singapore studio
times.
was caught up in the wave of allegations facing Ubisoft regarding workplace toxicity, harassment, and misconduct. Following an investigation, managing director Hugh Ricord was removed from his position in November 2020 in response to unacceptable behaviour. Ricord was reassigned to Ubisoft's Paris HQ and replaced by Daryl Long.
He was removed because of the allegations. But they didn't get rid of him. They just moved studios. What's to stop him from just doing whatever the allegations were in a different studio? That doesn't make sense to me. But okay, just saying.
Who moved to Singapore in March 2021. Ubisoft Singapore's managerial issues appear to extend beyond just Ricord, though. Posting to company review website Glassdoor, former staff have criticised studio management for lack of direction and incompetence. Talking to Kotaku, one former developer said, "The toxic culture permeating the Singapore studio is in no small part responsible for most of the production issues. Reboots, rebrands, and reboots
I'm
that
glad
have
I'm not
plagued
weird for that
Skull and
reaction.
Bones for a decade." When asked if management had struggled to handle the project, a Ubisoft spokesperson said, "The well-being of our teams is our first priority, and we are committed to continually improving our workplace and production policies and processes to ensure we're offering a healthy work environment for all our teams. With regards to improving conditions during the rush to finalize a project, we are taking steps to manage this by implementing tools to
I'm a big
facilitate
Assassin's
more
Creed
efficient
fan. I
project
love
management,
Assassin's Creed.
working closer with
And there's a
control
lot of
teams
other
early
games
in
from Ubisoft
development
that I do
and
really enjoy.
integrating more checkpoints
And
during
when
production
I was
to be
younger,
better
I
prepared
would
for
swear
launch.
by Ubisoft. This little section here, hearing how they handled this and whatnot, makes me really question them as a company. I'm not gonna lie.
We also have in place an employee wellness team and are proud to have seen their work being recognized by several industry awards for their efforts in promoting mental and physical health. This is an ongoing process, and we must continue to be agile in order to build a better work environment for all our teams. Our teams are fully focused and motivated to create great experiences for our players. With so many development complications and pressures, delays have become a fact of life for Ubisoft Singapore's developers. To work for so many years on a seemingly never-ending project can sometimes be discouraging, and so looking after the team's mental health has been important.
There's an impact, we're working really hard, and of course we want people to experience and play what we're working on, but I think it's important, and I think many of us feel this way, is not to be so end goal driven. We accept that the delay means more time to make a better game.
It's a tough one, right? You're going to have times where deadlines change, where you shift in direction and you need to push things. So it's really about making sure that the team sees it as not a negative thing, right? Because it almost never is. So really, it's about team health. How do we make sure that the team understands why and what we want to accomplish with that extra time?
And a great example of a feature that did get added later on in the development is the infamy system. In many ways, that's one of the central pillars of the game, is the idea you're becoming this infamous pirate. But building that into something that players can progress their own way, and that's something that we saw as we went. that was a great opportunity to enhance the experience and the fantasy of being a pirate.
Alongside those delays, the project has also seen a rotation of senior staff. When it was announced in 2017, Bill Money was Skull and Bones game director, but he soon moved on to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Associate game director Antoine Henry also moved on to Assassin's Creed Valhalla in 2018, only to rejoin Skull and Bones in 2021 and then leave by the end of that December. Senior game director Ryan Barnard, who joined in 2021, would only stay with the studio until spring 2023. Creative director Justin Farron was replaced by Elizabeth Pellon, who has also since left the project, although Ubisoft says her creative duties are now complete.
So the lady that ended up pulling this whole project together and salvaging it is no longer even on the project.
Skull and Bones has been captained by relative newcomers, with its senior producer and game director having joined the studio in 2022. Regardless of their experience though, they're still eager to deliver something special.
The benefit for me coming in at the end was fresh eyes. The second thing was that I don't have to be trying or prototyping some things if that's been explored before.
There's a lot of responsibility I think that we as a team have.
Right? This is just crazy.
Hey, when is this game launching? When I showed up here immediately, like, when are we going live?
It went through so
Ubisoft
much
has
crap.
finally settled on a
It
final
is
release date
very
for Skull and
surprising
Bones,
to see that the
February
game
16,
is actually coming out.
15 months and
I mean, it
2
has
years
to at
later,
this
that
point.
its
All these
previously
years,
planned
it
November
has to.
2022 launch.
But it's just,
At the
it's
end
wild.
of the day, the game wasn't where the company wanted it to be. The last 12 to 18 months has been doubling down on the things that are great about this game. That required more time, that required more public-facing tests, more technical tests, more deep diving into the nuances of core and naval combat and co-op and some of these other things that are big parts of the product offering.
We made improvements to what we call the ship archetypes now, to define the roles, to fit better the multiplayer situation. So we kind of push the extremes a bit to let players know now, we do have archetypes in the game, we do have DPS, we do have tanks, we do have support, right?
I stand by the DPS tank support thing. I don't think that was a good call. I don't know that. I feel like that kind of takes you out of the simulation of the game aspect, like being piratey. I don't know. It feels really weird when I hear, DPS tank support in a game like Skull and Bones. I don't know, man. That's a little strange.
The first beta that we had really, I think, set the tone for belief. Belief in the product, belief in what we were offering. It was fun, it was cool, it was engaging, but also it gave us a lot of valuable feedback on areas that we could improve. As a result of that, we've added First Mate, for example, to your ship.
Pretty, huh?
One thing that came up a lot, I would say, boarding is only a cutscene, so we kind of acted upon it. Boarding is now using grappling hooks. You need to aim, you need to understand, you need to have a feeling of range. It's no longer as straightforward as just pressing a button.
Don't let them get away!
As you've seen in the last closed beta, we have sea monsters and ghost ships now, right? It's really, finding what is cool for the players in terms of pirate fantasy to add to the game.
Removing the constraints of historical accuracy, I think really
removing the strengths of historical accuracy. Adding the ghost ships and the sea monsters, that was a good touch.
In naval combat in a space that's inspired by 17th century Indian Ocean piracy, what we call the golden age of piracy. But it's really fun to be able to say, okay, well, what's our next sea monster that we're working on? How is the ghost ship moving forward from here? What gameplay can we bring? I think the more that we focused on the fun, the more that we focused on what was cool, I think the game then really took on a life of its own. That's put us now on the path to be able to, in a very public way, at the Game Awards say, you know what, we are ready. We feel like we've accomplished what we were trying to do over the last couple months. It's time to get out there and go live.
For close to a decade, Ubisoft Singapore has been building and rebuilding Skull and Bones. The team, both long-serving veterans and recent recruits, have been through a lot, but they've finally made it to the harbour.
I think it's amazing the amount of resilience that they've shown, and the changes in direction that we've talked about. Also, these are things that the team has adjusted as they go and said, we're not giving up. We're going to ship this game and we're going to make it great. And I'm really proud of what this team has done, and they should be very proud of themselves as well, bringing this game to completion.
It was not easy to create great synergy between the navigation and the inning system, but they succeeded to do it. We developed it in a huge open world. I think it's the biggest open world that Ubisoft ever created, and now this open world offers a lot of opportunity to develop new activities, new narrative layers. It's like we planted a lot of seeds, and that are excited to go now.
But the journey doesn't end here. In many ways, it's just the beginning. All of that hard work was in service of creating a live service game that will continue to evolve. And so now development begins.
Which is true.
DLC,
it is a live service game, so it will continue to get updates.
And the future of
so even if it launches in the state that it was in CB2,
that's where we may introduce
it can still improve technically.
Some of the things we talked about.
Dubious is a good word for it, yeah.
It's also where we can react to the community and bring in new elements that maybe they've been asking for that we didn't think of. Ubisoft has already committed to this game for years in the future.
With those seasonal ambitions, Ubisoft Singapore hopes that Skull and Bones is here to stay, and that players will find something to cherish among its lovingly created digital waves.
I think players will find their own story in the game. If after they've played the game for 5 years, they'll look back and they'll say, like, I was the one defining what it means to be an infamous pirate, and I got to tell my own story. Maybe at some point they're ranked at the top of the world, and they'll be able to look back and say, I was the most infamous pirate in the world.
That's a cool feature, and that's kind of fair.
Becoming the home for a passionate community of online pirates is the ultimate goal for Skull and Bones. But regardless of its eventual success, and despite the difficulties faced by staff, the journey to this point has been something important for Ubisoft Singapore.
I do feel like Skull and Bones will be part of us for a long time. It's our first led AAA studio coming out of Singapore. Yeah, I hope we don't forget about that. We should be proud of that.
One huge reboot, 3 release dates, 6 delays. Skull and Bones' journey across the development waters has been far from easy. Idea after idea had to be jettisoned and thrown away. High-profile departures and scandal rocked the studio, but the dedication of the development team helped see the project through even the darkest days. Over many years, Skull and Bones has been many things, but its final form is now ready to set sail, and that final form is, surprisingly, the one promised in its very first public appearance, a shared, systemic world in which players strive to become the ultimate pirate kingpin. But it's a form that means that what Skull and Bones is today is likely not what it will be tomorrow. Its evolutionary cycle now begins anew, the design shifting and changing as Ubisoft Singapore reacts not just to the demands of its management, but its players too. It's a destiny that's fitting of a game that's constantly changed since its inception. What will remain constant is the story of a development team who endured everything in effort to bring their first complete original game to life. Whatever that game was, whatever that game is, and whatever that game may be, the legend of Skull and Bones will long be as famous as the black and white flag its pirates fly.
Okay, so I watched this earlier today, and watching it again, and I have the same thought. I'm not getting Skull and Bones when it comes out, especially because I think it's launching as a full price game. I'll see if I can check that while I'm talking about it. And yeah, that's just not happening. I don't have the spare cash to pick up a game that I'm probably not going to enjoy that much right when it drops. But that being said, this video did sell me on picking the game up eventually for 2 main reasons. First, it's a live service game, and I'm tired of live service. I think there's too much live service. However, it does mean that the game can evolve and become something good eventually. Just like No Man's Sky, just like, several other games before it, even if it launches in a bad state, as long as it sees a long enough lifespan of updates, and those updates aren't terrible, the game can definitely become something good. Can. Doesn't mean it will. So I'm willing to pick it up eventually for that. But also, they make a good point here, especially towards that ending section, that there is a core team that has been on this project the entire time, and I want to, give that team a little bit of support, because in some ways they weren't responsible for all of the crap they went through that the game ended up in this situation. So it's not really fair to them as creators, or like game developers, I should say. So I want to do that just for the team a little bit, just to say that I tried. But I suspect Skull and Bones might not be something I ever really enjoy, but I think it might be able to build a foundation for them to come back in a few years, scrap this one, in service for this after a few years, and give a proper attempt at Skull and Bones 2 and make what they actually want to make, or what they could have made. I'm about to have an ad start, so I'll hold off a few more thoughts, because there's a couple things I would say. Big old maybe for sure, yeah. But can't really, you never know. It could potentially build that foundation. Could be good. We'll see. Ad starting. Yeah, no, I'm hopeful for the game to do good. I want the game to do good. Skull and Bones launch price. I'm curious. What is it? Yeah, it is. It's launching as a full price AAA title. It's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not. And I'm sure there's not going to be many people that pick it up at AAA title price. If there are, I mean, I'll be surprised, to say the least. To say the least. Because what is Sea of Thieves priced at, out of curiosity? Because that would be the closest, like, direct competitor to it, right? Sea of Thieves. I have it here somewhere on my wish list on Steam, because I want to try it as well. Sorry, had somebody at my door. I'm still trying to find the price of Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is $40. That's Sea of Thieves after, all of the updates, all the things it went through, is $40. I don't know, man. Oof. Just a big oof. Like, there's a part of me that wants Skull and Bones to do well. I don't know. I don't know that I see it doing well. I really don't know that I see it doing well at all. It'd be great. I mean, it would be great if it does well. I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of hard to believe it'll do well. Would like it to, but I don't see it doing well. They say that Ubisoft is committed to. They said it in the video there that Ubisoft is committed to supporting the game in the years to come. A game that is people regard very dubiously, with a lot of skepticism as it is, that the closed betas haven't left the greatest impressions anywhere that I've seen. You're launching it as a full price AAA $70 game. I don't think this game is going to do well. I don't think it's going to sell well. I don't think it's going to see a lot of player base, and I think Ubisoft is going to end up. They're going to end up in a tough spot. That's all I'll say. I don't know. It's $70. yeah, like, even if I want to try this game, even if I want to support the team that, you know, put, you know, 8 years of work into this and 8 years of all of the complications in their management and leadership and all those other things, even if I want to support that team, $70, I can't put $70 into this. I can't put $70 into a game that, you know, just looks like something I'm not going to enjoy in the slightest. It's rough, to say the least. And again, like, they're selling it for $70. Sea of Thieves is $40. It's seen a lot of updates. It's an entertaining game, people say. I haven't played it. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if you want to play a pirate simulation, you actually might be better off with Sea of Thieves than you are Skull and Bones. Especially because you can actually get off the ship and do stuff in Sea of Thieves. And actually, like, you know, swing a cutlass or whatever. But another thing this video did remind me of is it reminded me of why I was excited for Skull and Bones in the first place. Like, just a proper, like, pirate RPG-esque thing, a pirate fantasy, living out your pirate fantasy. I mean, that's something I'm sure a lot of people want. Who doesn't want that, right? And that's part of what made Black Flag, I think, the hit it was. But, you know, building your own pirate story is, at the end of the day, a little bit better than a pre-existing one that you're playing through. It's kind of the appeal to an RPG or an open world RPG kind of thing, right? So, I don't know. I think it would be cool. And I realize after watching this, I really want that pirate RPG-esque game, that pirate fantasy-esque game, but I don't think Skull and Bones is it, and I'm sorry to the team. I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna be it. But we'll see. It might get some updates. It might end up being something or doing something cool. Fingers crossed. I hope so. That'd be great. I would love to pick it up, you know, 6-7 months after it comes out, or more, or a year after it comes out. It's seen updates. It's seen improvements. It's actually a decent game. I'd like that. I think that'd be cool. I think that's what ended up happening with Sea of Thieves too. It took them some time to get into the flow, but once they did, it ended up being pretty good. So we'll see how it goes. I'm skeptical, to say the least, right? I'm skeptical. I think I'll like it eventually. Maybe Skull and Bones too. But man, those trailers, like the trailers they made for Skull and Bones were incredible. They're nothing about like what the game actually is, right? But here's the E3 2018 trailer. This is what I was wanting to see.
It was over. The old guard was wiped out. Those who kneeled were now at the gates of hell. They were killing us off, burning our seas from shore to shore. We thought there was no way the Empire could win this game. As fate would have it, the tide turned in our favor again. A new wind was at our backs, blowing us straight to heaven. In our new Eden, there was only one rule. First come, first serve. It was dog eat dog. We became kings, queens, lords, and masters of our own new worlds. Misfortunes poured down on us. They had their empire. Now it was our turn. Enemies became friends. Friends became enemies. The best didn't trust anybody. The philosophy of the day was more and more. We were alone at the top of the food chain. Well, we thought we were. In a dog-eat-dog world, we were wolves. And wolves hunt in packs.
That was such a good trailer. That was such a good trailer. I remember being so hyped for that trailer back in the day. It's crazy to see what that game is the game is now. Though, I'll also say it's weird because that like end of that trailer really made it seem like the ghost ships and things was a thing even back then, but that's something that was only added and thought of in the last year of development. Like, what? Was this game ever or no, I don't even have to ask. This game has never been properly thought out, huh? Yo! It's the 2017 announced trailer. Hold up. Let's watch this one.
Men from all over the world sail the treacherous trade routes of the Indian Ocean. The riches in their holds fuel their dreams of power and fortune, while whetting the appetites of those they fear most. Pirates.
Man, they made some killer trailers. Sea shanties. What is this? Sea monsters. The ghost ships. This is something that wasn't even a part of the game until the last year of development. And from the very first trailer, they had that inkling in there. What even? Yeah, the shanties were great. I love listening to sea shanties. That alone makes me want the game. Just listening to sea shanties. This is a trailer from a year ago, and I don't remember it.
Society has rules. It decides where you belong and what you're worth. But you can chart a new course. Even when death seems a certainty, do not give up. On the shores of a new world, you awaken. More determined than ever to carve a life of your choice. Fighting under our own flag, we will take what's ours. Together, we will take on the world. Society may have rules, but today, you decide where you belong and what you're worth. Now choose. Will you live as pawns or die as pirates?
That was more than a year ago. You were working at a VFX award show when you saw this? That was a good trailer. Like, all of them have been good trailers, but none of them have represented this game. I never saw this trailer. This is the trailer that had the November 8th release date for 2022. I don't know why it says this video was a year ago. I'm guessing this is when Ubisoft uploaded it to its YouTube a year ago, 2023, I guess. But man, it's crazy what this game has been through and like the state it is in. It's just wild, man. It's just wild. Oh man. The cinematics look so cool. These trailers were great. Every single one of them. So Yeah, that's Skull and Bones. That's also good. All the trailers are so good. It like even the trailers. Watching the trailers again, like wells up this excitement within me, right? But I'm not. But I'm not actually excited for this game. Like, because I know what this game is, and I'm not excited for it. But the trailers just make me want something that, quite frankly, doesn't exist and won't exist in the foreseeable future. So it's it looks so good, man. So sad, so sad. Blasted Ubisoft, getting my hopes up. Getting my hopes up for a game that I can't even have. That doesn't actually exist. Okay, well, I think as far as like testing my internet, we've been pretty good. We haven't had any issues. Seems like it's worked just fine, so that's good. I think we will play some games for a little bit. I don't know what we'll play. Let's hold on. Let me move this over here. Actually, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta take some medicine. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna BRB for a sec and take some medicine. And when I get back, we'll figure out what we're gonna play. So BRB, everybody.
right in front of me. That's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a sharpshooter at this masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside.
Okay, I'm back. So, alright. Let's pick what we're going to play. We're going to play a game for a little while. I don't know how long. Hour or two, maybe. So, what are our options? So we can, of course, play Samurai Remnant, like I was talking about before, like we've been talking about. Play Samurai Remnant. We can start as Azure. Like to do that. Hold on, I just made a little thing for this. Hold on, while we're talking and trying to figure this out, let's turn that on. Let's open that back up. Okay. This is kind of what we're looking at, right? I guess I should play Samurai Remnant. I feel like I should just, bite that bullet and put some time in on Samurai Remnant, make a little bit of progress on it. I feel like that's the call. Yeah, knock it out? Yeah. Alright. Alright, so... Alright. Alright, let's do this thing. Samurai Remnant. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch to game. What is happening? Okay. There we go. Ow! Oh, shoot. Hold up. Oh, I need to change Alright, we'll watch the anime opening and then I'll fix what I messed up. That's a good opening. That's a good opening. Why is it in Japanese? God dang it. It is very good. I'm can you get past the first menu? No. No, I can't. My Japanese is not that good. So, for some reason, like, if you launch this game from, like the shortcut on your desktop, it launches the Japanese version. When you launch it from Steam directly, you get the option to play the Japanese version, the English version, or the Asia version. Why is the default on a North American English Steam account the Japanese version? I don't normally click always use this option when I do one of these things, but I cannot see myself ever playing the Japanese or Asia version. So, English, please. Thank you. The opening's very good. I don't need to watch it a second time in a row. Come on, game. Today, please. Yaddy, yaddy. Thank you. Asakusa. Buy the materials at the general store. Okay. I don't know what the purpose of visiting the shrine was, but I did it. Purchase items at general stores. Visiting the general stores in each area increases the available goods. Okay. I need... Do I have? I have money. I need 1 butterfly wings. I need 5 coarse rope. And 3 old paper. Can't remember if there's like a sprint button to move faster. I don't remember the controls, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't played this game since January 1st. This might be problematic for me. I don't remember how to fix that.
水の型でいく。揺るがぬ血のごとく。
All right. I'm nearly dead because I can't remember the controls. Let's go.
二点の道、未だ半ば。
I don't really want to use a restorative item, but I don't think I have a choice. Can I keep using the same cat, or do I have to find a different cat?
おとなしいな。
Oh, it has to be different every time. That's unfortunate. Oh well.
おかえりなさい。買い物ちゃんと終わった？
ああ、必要なものは揃ったはずだ。
では始めるとしようかの。こんなところじゃな。
広くなったが、その林家の壁までぶち抜いてしまったぞ。
どうせ空き家じゃ構いません。工房とはそれなりの広さが必要なのじゃよ。
義を終え次第元に戻しておこ
う。さて次じゃ。工房についていくつか教えておくとしよう。
Miyamoto Yori's skill tree has been unlocked. I didn't know he had a skill tree. Cool. Skill points used to acquire skills. Make sure you acquire skills to keep your stats and abilities at their strongest. Skill points can be acquired by leveling up or by consuming skill jewels. Multiple skills can be acquired at the same time. If you have enough skill points, all the skills in the skill tree between the ones you've selected in a previously acquired skill will be acquired. Just, Riposte. Knocks a spell that gradually restores HP for a short time. That seems like a good... Seems like a good one to have. Why am I getting this? Why am I getting this tutorial again? There we go. Alright then.
二人ともいつまで話してるの？もう朝ごはんの支度できたよ。私は支度しながらつまんだから、あとは二人でゆっくり食べてね。
おい、まだ勘違いを。
それじゃあまた。セイバーさん、兄上をよろしくお願いします。
おみおつけか。うん、実に米に合う汁だった。ごちそうさま。
いつまで飯の話をしている。英月の儀はどうなった？
腹が減っては戦ができぬと東大では言うのだろう。
It's a true statement. It's hard to fight on an empty stomach.
食をおろそかにしてはいつまでも弱いままだぞ、より。
それは分かっている。カヤにもよく怒られているしな。ともあれだ。今後の動きを決めるとしよ
う。動き、うん。それは英月の儀をどう戦うかということか？
ああ、そうだ。
ふむ。ならば私から言っておくことがある。義がどうあれ戦場に呼ばれたからには私は勝利する。あらゆる手を尽くして。優先すべきは敵マスターとサーバントの撃破。それ以外のことを私は考慮しない。
待て。それは江戸の民のことはいないものとして考えると？
うん。分かってもらえて何よりだ。
Great mindset, Saber.
本当に？
その驚きは何についてだ？
では、そうはならぬよう立ち回らなければな。俺は
言わずとも構わない。ゆうべ君の意思はもう聞いた。
そうか。では今後の動きは決まったわけだ。さて、では俺は出かけるとしよ
う。出かける？え？この工房、君が引きこもって身を守るために作ったのではなかったのか。
銭を稼がねば飯は食えん。道理だろう。
稼ぐ銭。ああ、確か、物を買うあれだな。
貨幣に縁遠いのか。ならばもしや平安武者あたり。
No, it would be further back than the Heian era. Heian era.
剣士としての務めか？
近いが遠いな。切り合いなどそうはない。江戸の町を取り締まる同心連中の手伝いさ。今日は吉原へ行く。
同心吉原。よくわからないが、君は何かを手伝うのだな。
セイバーは留守の番をしていろ。俺一人で構わない。どうした？
いや、私も行く。そうだな。行った方がいい。虫の知らせがあってな。元より君が決める言われもないだろう。
そうかもしれないが。
なら決まりだ。そうだ。私は江戸には不慣れでな。しっかりと案内を頼む。己の町だ。知らぬことなどないだろう。
可愛らしい異種返しだな。勤めの邪魔はするなよ。銭を稼がねばおみおつけも米も食えん。
米とおみおつけ、それは一大事だな。任せろ。邪魔はしない。
I feel like every servant just doesn't matter who has a thing for food. It's the one connecting factor between all heroes, apparently.
では、支度が済んだら声をかけてくれ。私はいつでもいいぞ。
What's this? Rest?
一休みするか。
Yes. Does this heal me? Don't know. It does! Yay! No holding alarm, change stance, earth stance. Fence is a single sword form that consumes fortitude to negate a fixed amount of damage, able to withstand powerful attack stance, excellent for fighting strong enemies. Water stance is a dual sword form that requires quick, agile attacks, finishing moves when blow enemies back. Trying to teach myself the entire controls for the game. Synergy. This is a sign that they ready to attack. Quick clean up powerful toast. Who's texting me? Sure.
支度は済んだか?
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
Hold on, do I need... Hold on. I see, okay. Bookshelf. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, now we're good.
Marty?
Yori, あの煙を上げている者たちは何だ? 随分と空腹を誘う香りだな。威勢の良い掛け声が飛び交う様はまるで祭りのような。
おい。
あの刀を刺した集団は何だ? 守られているのは誰だ? わかった、若殿だな。いや待て、いずこかの姫が断層でお忍びの最中かもしれない。あれはわかるぞ。団子を振る舞う噂に聞く茶屋という。
やれやれ。
Yada yada indeed.
物珍しさに目を白黒させているな。まあ無理もない。俺も最初はそうだった。江戸の街並み、大いに面食らったものだ。
それはそうだろう。何しろ人がこんなにもたくさんいて、それは人がこんなにもたくさん生きているということ。これは何というか、とても
なんだ？人の営みの感じ。平らかなる世を知らずに生きた人物か。
ああ、いや、江戸の町があんまり物珍しくて。さあ、よりキリキリと案内せよ。吉原に向かう道すがら、私の問いに答えるがよい。
わかったわかった。遠き過去を生きた英傑に江戸浅草を楽しんでもらうとしよう。
あれはよりこっちだ。
Continue while exploring town. There might be something good, so check it out.
あれは
食べたいのか？
いや、別にそういうわけでは。
少し待っていろ。口に合ったようで何よりだ。
とても良いぞ。次もうまいものを食したいものだな。
Eating at a food stall will restore HP besides eating on the spot. You can also purchase food that can be used during battle. Oh, good to know.
What happened, Saber?
わずかに魔力を感じた。夕べの奴らとは違うようだ。
かような街中での確かめた方が良さそうじゃな。
How exactly do I get the gems to do the spells?
この辺りだ。
うん。
何？
なんだあれは。もののけか？
まあそうだ。いわゆる怪異の類じゃな。大方ゆうべより江戸一帯に渦巻きたる魔力に当てられ湧き出て。
話は後だ、おじいさん。行く手を阻むならば切る。
分かっている。揺るがぬ血のごとく。
なかなか骨が折れそうだな。おお、そうだ。まとめて吹き飛ばせば。
Thank you.
鋭き水の流れのごとく。胃が白道。
Ah, gems can be acquired from defeating enemies after battle. Thank you. I have 3.
いつでもよい。呼べ。夜の声に応じて私 私の体が動く。始終をつなぐ魔力のパスはないか。これは面白い。必要な時は私を呼べ。よりセットローラそこだ。こっちだ。分かった。手応えがない。夕べのサーバントとやらと同じか。
神秘な着物は神秘に届かぬとは違うな。あれはまとった魔力が鎧の代わりをしとるんじゃ。打って剥がしてから切れ。
Okay. 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 I didn't realize I was controlling him. Well, they go down quick when you break the shell gauge. Okay.
この手のものが他にもいるのか。
人の多い場所には出まいが、まあ人の少ない裏手などには湧くやもしれん。
あれ式の怪異がなんだ。さあ吉原へ向かうぞ。
そうじゃより、先ほど何やら拾っておったな。
これのことか。
それじゃそれ。やはり強い魔力を感じるの。
What is it?
君の剣につけてはどうだ。少しは助けとなるかもしれん。
Swords can be enhanced with magical sword fittings called mountings. The 4 types of mountings are scabbards, guards, handle wrappings, and handle decorations. Each type improves different stats and bestows different skills. I see. It feels kind of weird changing it. Twinning Tendrils Guard. Sure.
なかなか悪くなさそうな。
神秘のいくらかが宿ったのか。以後留意しよう。よしよし。
うい集め
Yeah, you get double the healing when you have a servant with you.
ところでだ。吉原は江戸から何日くらい歩くのだ？
そうではないぞ。吉原は江戸という巨大都市の中にあるのじゃ。ほれ、地図を見てみよ。わしらが今いるのがここ、浅草。そして吉原はここじゃ。
東西の地図はここまで聖地か。なかなかやるな、おじいさん。
そう強くつつくでない。いおりも眺めておらんで吉原に向かわんか。
と吉原。
いざ、まだ見ぬ吉原の地へ。ここが吉原か。
待てセイバー、あまり勝手に動くんじゃ。
やはりだ。見ろいおり。あの和コードも、あの老輩も、おお、あやつも。道行く男の子たちは皆、鼻の下を伸ばしたり、頬が緩んだり。もしや何かの妖術にかかっているのか？
そうだな。そうとも言うし、そうでないとも言える。自分の目で確かめることだ。さあ行くぞ。まずは助之進に噂をすれば。
おお、いたいた。今日もよろしく頼むぜ。にしてもいおりさん、べっぴんの連れとは珍しいこともあるね。
セイバーだ。おお、君が同心というやつか。
セイバー、妙な名だが、もしやあんたも腕が立つのかい？
無論いおりより強いぞ。
へえ、そりゃ期待できそうだ。それじゃ早速と行きたいとこなんだが、俺ちょっと野暮用があってね。詳しくはそこの旦那に聞いてくんな。
Okay. Hey, that man there. What's the details?
おう、あんた腕利きなんだってな。近頃銭をたかる連中がいて迷惑してるのさ。どうにかしてほしくってね。
What? What is this message? Phone, please. Let me see the message that was sent to me. Okay.
Yatsura, いつも帰り道を張ってやがるんだ。道中の用事。
つまり切ればいいのだな。
セイバー、ダメだ。殺すな。ここでの殺しはご法度だ。この程度なら叩き伏せるだけでいい。そもそもいたずらな殺生は人の道に反する。
Don't give me that look.
セイバ
ー、わけがわからない。二人で追っ手を散々切ったじゃないか。
え？なんだって？
ああ、物の例えだ。物騒なことを人前で話すな。それにあれはやむにやまれぬ沙汰だ。
話は別。は？
なあ。だがなるべく殺すな。
わかったわかった。まったく面倒なことだ。 任せるがいい。あれは
Acquire skills. What? Oh, nice. Wait, hold on. That needs 2. That needs 5. Yeesh. I get that. I feel like it's kind of important that I get that. Oh, so Saber will gain more techniques. Cool, okay.
Yori, 手を振られているぞ。振り返した方が良いのではないか？
あれは仕事で手を振っている。気もないのに振り返しては仕事の邪魔だ。
そういうものか。難しいのだな。
てめえさんざっぱら待たせよって。金は持ってんだろうな。
白昼堂々、ゆすりたかりか。
ああ、なんだてめえ。俺は忙しいんだ。邪魔するなら容赦しねえぞ。
セイバー、仕事の時間だ。殺すね。
I dodged that. I call BS. Yeah.
死の方。
人望なんて雇いやがって。ふてえやつだ。この野郎、人雇う金があんならとっとと貸した金返せってんだ。今日のところは見逃すが覚えとけ。
ヒデン、連中に金を借りていたのか。
さいなら。
なぜあやつは走っていったのだ？
スケの新名、裏を取らなかったな。後ろ暗いのは依頼主の方だったということだ。
ああ、こりゃまた派手にやってくれたな。
また逃げられてしまいんしたか。踏み倒されたあげたい。戻ってきなんせんな。
泣かんでくれ山吹さん。まさか用心棒を雇いやがるとは。
貴殿らは。
俺は札差しで、こっちは遊女の山吹さんで、あいつには金を返してもらうはずだったのよ。
私は知らぬぞ。よく確かめぬいおりが悪い。
すまんが銭はない。貸せるものも剣の腕くらいのもの。
よし、一つうちの仕事を手伝いな。それ山吹さん、ひとまずあんたの分は俺が立て替えといてやるからよ。
本にありがとうござりんした。夜の支度があるんで。
俺は何をすればいい？
取り立てさ。うちから金を借りてる連中を回ってきっちり取り立ててくれりゃいい。荒っぽいやつ、口が回るやつ、なんとも厄介なやつらばっかり。当然 切り殺しちまうのはなしでった。
背に腹は変えられんな。
そうとも。じゃきっちり集めて耳を揃えて。
まったくとんだ災難だ。うい。
キリー。
悲しいな。
うい集め。
Wait, what? Oh, here.
誰だ？
貴殿、大金を借りたままだろう。
借金だ？うるせえな、知らねえ。おい、集まれ！
峰打ちで済ませる。殺すなよ、セイバー。セイバー、
任せろ。
水の型で
くそ、やりやがる。だが何をしようが金はねえ。とっておきの場所に隠したからな。
面倒な。
はしごも外したしな。
うかつだぞ、貴殿。奴の口ぶりでは高所のようだ。
案ずるな。はしごなどいらぬ。
何かするのか。目立たん場所を探すぞ。
Inconspicuous spot. Done. Apparently not inconspicuous. That way.
What?
聞いたか、この仏さん。
行き倒れだってな。
かような亡骸、江戸では珍しいのか。
いや、のたれ死になどはそう珍しくない。とはいえ、見慣れるものではないさ。
そういうものか。思えばかつての世の。
そうか。
行くぞ。いつまでもここにとどまってはいられぬ。
Kitty.
癒されるな。
ほら、怖くないぞ。
Nice. Skill jewel fragment. Let's go. Hold on, this looks important. Oh. Sure. Wait, so how do I use it? Oh, here you go. Nice. That's it. What's this? Okay. Gonna get that defense because defense is nice. Okay.
腕を上げたか？おい、あそこはどうだ？
人気はないな。
任せよ。
You've learned the following link strike and the corresponding affinity waterfall. Yay! Nice.
思ったより力技だったな。
何が不満だ？バビューンだぞ。さて、探し物は。ああ。あれは。あの屋敷、ひときわ大きいな。
三浦屋か。名だたる遊女を多く抱えると聞く。
おい、より。少しだけ。あそこに立ち寄るのは
ダメ。これで一つ回収だ。
残るは二つか。よく済ませたいものだな。
Is there a connecting point here? Probably not. I'm gonna have to go back around the way I came in. No, looks like I can go through this way. Okay. Okay, I have a problem with the camera. It's a little janky to say the least.
Oi, 君、怯えられているぞ。
顔がなんだと言うんだ。いいか？なぜ逃げる？
ああ、もう。
お助けを！
今のはなんだこの炎は？
あれは
怪異だが。
より、君はそこで見ているがいい。怪異の炎こそ私がたちまち消してみせよう。
Water spout! Yeah, actually, that sounds cool. Oh yeah, 100% replace Rolling Rapids. I don't like aiming that.
俺たちが対処する。キデは隠れて待っていろ。
私一人で構わないが、まあ瞬く間に片付けてみせよう。なかなか手強そうなやつが出たな。私の敵ではないが。 次から次へと邪魔だより私が型をつける。
Oh.
セイバーすぐに行く。大技が来る。構えろ。見切れまい。この力必ず生かそう。造作もないな。なんだその沈黙は。
いや、貴殿の戦いぶりに目を奪われた。無人の脳を行くがごとく、まるで対峙する相手などないも同然に、貴殿は己が都合のみで戦っている。目つけ、息遣い、足さばきに体さばき、それらの応酬がない。読み合わず読み合わせず、己が技を押し付けるのみで勝つ。並ぶ者なき王者の剣。
戦いとはそういうものでは。
自覚さえないか。
あなたたち。
貴殿、怪我を。
あなたたちもののけの仲間でしょう。お金は返しは。
Sure, why not? Hey, Saber skill tree! He has 20 skill points. Defense, monster damage, attack.
Nani wa tomo are kaishu da. Sa, tsugi he iku zo.
No, I don't have enough gems, unfortunately.
吉原にも怪異が出るとは。
義が土地を歪めているのだろうな。やれやれ。
And the last one happens to be right here.
貴殿が借りた金を取り立てに来た。戸を開けてもらおうか。
なんだ、取り立て屋かい。あんたに移しちゃ悪いだろ。だから金なら後でちゃんと返すか。
空ごと信じると思うか。
なんだい、信じてくれねえのかい。ともかく俺は今
日よりこの塔壊してもいいか。
壊す前に確かめたのは偉いぞ。
頭の固いやつめ。ならば私が壁を抜けて中に入る。それでいろんなかろう。
壁抜け？
すぐに終わる。そこで見ていろ。
いや、待て待て。せめて人目につかないところで頼む。裏へ回ろ
う。Around to the back. Bro, why is the back of his house like? Why does it suddenly switch to walking?
指を加えて待っていろ。
消えた。
さあ、金を返してもらおうか。 回収したぞ。ありがたく受け取るがいい。当世での我らの体はかりそめのものゆえ、このようにうつろの体に変わることができる。これを霊体と呼ぶ。どうだ、驚いたか？
大したものだ。時折気配ごと姿が消えていたのはそういったわけか。まさか壁をすり抜けるとは。サーバント。
ようやく全て集まったか。札差しのところへ戻るぞ。
ペッレシーバー。
よしよし。
うい集め。
Is there a way to look at the map? I don't remember. Here we go. It's a general store, I see. Now let's get through the fight.
残らず切るとしよう。避けるなよ。
揺るがぬ血のごとく。押し切る。
刮目せよ。
頼む。
分かった。私に続け。より。
決める。さあ。
Nice.
また一つ強くなれたか。
Okay, this gameplay got a little bit more interesting the further you get in.
終わったみてえだな。連中相手にこの働き、ただもんじゃなかったか。どうでやんだ。これを機に借金取りを家業にするってな。
いささか荷が重そうだ。悪いが遠慮させてくれ。
そうかい。惜しいね。じゃ、約束の礼だ。
Nice.
私のおかげだな。
I walked 2 steps.
どうした？誰もいない。
She is a master. This I remember, but I don't know which servant.
本に嫌でありんす。ああ、本に嫌でありんす。
Berserker.
吉原で狼藉を働く野暮が2人。かくなる上はわっち高尾太夫がメイドへ送ってあげんしょう。覚悟しなんせ。
鈍いな、より。来るぞ。
bitches. Okay. No.
それではワッチは失礼いたしんすよ。この魔力にこの気は命令か。私がやろう。君は命惜しくば引いておけ。
いや、引かん。紅玉のじいさんは言ったからな。今は俺が太夫を追う。引くのではなく。いいかセイバー、絶対に街を壊すな。
難しいことを言ったな。待たせたな、異常婦。その凶暴の様、バーサーカーであると見たぞ。来るがよい。
I don't mean to keep doing the same one. Nice.
まさかかの高尾太夫とはな。
あ、一人逃げやがったぞ。
おってか、まずは奴らを振り切る。
Bro, I was trying to check out the general store. And then I got into all this.
捕まるわけにはいかんが、あれを崩せば。
やられた。くそ、通れねえ。
すでに手が回っている。仕方ない。
Wait, was there anything in here? No, okay. Had to make sure there was nothing there, you know?
誰か足抜けでもしましたか。いや、俺も詳しくは知らねえんだがよ。高尾太夫に狼藉を働いた者がいるみたいだ。太夫に。しからば私も協力いたしましょう。
Dodged all that, just saying. Wait, what? I accidentally used Fleeting Ember.
そ
鋭き水の流れのごとく君が躍動
決して逃がさんぞ。
ここだそこだ揺るがぬ地のごとく
Nice.
あっちかこの剣を俺は知っている
君は
師匠
へYes.
宮本伊織を浸す江戸の平穏は謎の鎧武者の襲撃によりもろくも崩れ去った。窮地に現れた英霊セイバーに導かれ、彼は渇望と破壊の儀へと身を投じる。気質間もなきこの記録、綴られる結末は輝かしい勝利か、それとも
Chapter 1 Demonic Revelry. Ooh, that sounds rough.
よりにもよってバーサーカーが武蔵ちゃんが意気投合しちゃうなんてね
え。There's two berserkers?
あんなにかっこよく見栄を切ったってのに拍子抜けもいいとこじゃないの。はあ、ごめん。まさか愛弟子いおりくんがいるとは思わないじゃない。そもそもなんで江戸になんかいるんだかねえ。
それはこちらのことの葉です、師匠。なぜ師匠が江戸に？なぜ師匠は生きて？いえ、何故師匠は女人のお姿なのです。それに随分とお若い。
そこで別人だとは思わないわけね。
あなたは師匠その人です。師匠に違いない。宮本伊織の目は節穴ではございません。
そっか。参った参りました。そうです。いろいろはしょるけど、私は宮本武蔵本人よ。君の知る武蔵とはちょびっとズレがあるけど同一人物みたいなもの。にしてもここのいおりくんもいおりくんなんだね。柔らかな思考に穏やかな眼差し。
愛も変わらずだ。
Wait, huh? Hold up. What? So okay, this is female Musashi, so not the correct not the proper timeline Musashi. Iori grew up and was semi-raised by the proper timeline Musashi. But he recognizes this is Musashi. And female Musashi, not proper timeline Musashi, also knows an Iori and can tell that this is Iori from the proper time. Oh, my head. Fate, why are you like this? Because this Fem Musashi is not Iori's father, Musashi. Adopted father, Musashi. They're not the same person. They are the same person, but they're not the same person. They're different individuals. Oh, it's so confusing. Okay.
死んだはずの人が現れる。それもとびきり強い人ばかりが。お侍様、あんたもう心当たりはあるんだろ？英霊ってやつにさ。
ではこれなる師匠はやはり過去の人物か。
そうとも。私たちはもうとっくに死んでいる。
No, hold on. This is not how that Musashi works.
答え合わせだな、これは。見るもの聞くものすべて真新しいとばかりの振る舞いは、すべて初めて目にしたから。何十何百年の眠りから目覚めてここにいる。
いい雰囲気のとこ悪いけどね。昔々の言い伝えやら師匠やらで己をこの世に刻んだ偉い人たち、その影奉仕、ことごとく人知を超えた魔にしてようなるもの、それが英霊ってものだそうだよ。
ならば師匠、あなたも。
私の場合は特殊でね、宮本武蔵が女だった世界からやってきて、この世界の人理に刻まれちゃったってわけ。
Okay, so yeah, this is Fem Musashi from Fugo. Knew that. She's from the world where Musashi was born a woman instead of a man, and was engraved in the proper history somehow because of the events of Fugo.
つまり師匠は師匠であって師匠でなく女であるとおっしゃる。
そうそう、そういうこと。飲み込み早いとこも同じなんだね、いおりくん。どこのいおりくんもそうなのかしら。
I didn't realize Fem Musashi had an Iori in her world. I don't remember that.
いおりくん？いや、おっしゃる意味がさっぱりわかりません。セイバーはわかるか？
微塵もわからないな。
まあ、やったことはおおむね同じみたいだから。つまり
おおむね同一人物だがやや別人あたりですか？
それ。ほんと相手の言いたいことをスッと組んでくれちゃうね、君は。でも気をつけなさい。こう見えていろんな世界、いろんな時代に飛んでいるからね、私。いおりくんの知っている武蔵とは比べない方が身のためよ。南蛮かぶれもしているし、にししし。
そのようですね。
I don't exactly understand why you're a berserker, but otherwise, other than the class, you're exactly the same as Fugo's.
俺、いえ、私を養子に取った頃の師匠とは随分違う。なんというか、 昔語りにのみ聞いていた好き放題のブライ感失礼、自由奔放だった頃の師匠のようだ。
何？やっぱり男武蔵って長生きする分一発の文化人になっちゃうの？信じられない。
はいはい、そこまで。話を戻すよ。吉原に攻め込んできたマスターがひとまずお互い様子見で手を打ちたいとのたまった。まあ顔見知りと気づいたってことならそりゃ無理はないけどね。わざわざ攻め込んできといてそれってのはあんまり都合が良すぎやしないかい？
詫びが欲しいと太夫は言っているんだ。
詫びか。そうか。
そうさね。せめて面白い話でも聞かせておくれよ。由小説ね。へえ、正体明かすんだ。ずいぶん真面目なお侍さんもいたもんだ。
Wait, he? I thought that was a female. Now I know.
それであんたは名乗り返さなかったのかい？ほら、刀履いてるし、侍仲間に見えなくもないなって。
侍？そう見えるのか。そうか。
で、どうなんだい？
さて、どうだろうな。
ちえ、うっかり口滑らしてくれるかと思ったのに、可愛い顔してしっかりしてるんだ。やれやれ、もう武蔵ちゃんだって正体明かしてるのにさ。
I mean, given who Saber is, I feel like anybody in Edo would know the name. If he were to say it, would cause a pretty notable scene, right? Right? Maybe. Maybe I'm overthinking that.
私はほら、なんたって弟子で養子の伊織くんが相手ならバレても仕方なし。そっちが言わないの不公平だなんて言わないわ。正体明かすと負けやすいって話だし。そもそも君、マスター相手にも教えてないんでしょ？神名。
そう、へえ、驚いた。マスターとサーバントってのはいわば一心同体でしょうに。サーバントあってのマスター、マスターあってのサーバントさね。サーバントがいなきゃマスターは戦えやしない。マスターがいなきゃサーバントはとどまれない。
またとどまれないとは？
そりゃあねえ、マスターが死ねばうつしおに。
That is the biggest lie in Fate, because like 50% of the servants in the throne have the capacity to exist for a considerable amount of time without a master.
マスターは英霊が世にとどまるための要石みたいなものなんだから。
なるほど。
セイバーくん、顔色悪くない？
つい宣告までの自分の振る舞いを思い返しているんでしょう。どうも私のことは戦いの最中に死んでも構わない。死ねばその時、それはそれぐらいに考えていたようですから。なんだ？
いや、マスターとサーバントか。
そもそも何も知らされてないお侍様がおかしいはずなんだけど、怖いサーバントを引いちまったんだね。ほんと可愛い顔のサーバントなのに本性はずいぶん物騒だ。その分じゃろくに義のことも知らん。お侍様、あんたの霊樹一角減ってないかい？
霊樹
まさかそれも知らないのかい？
知らぬ。
あ、言っていなかったな。はあ、なんだろこの二人、見てて真の像に悪いよ。
かわいいでしょう、かわいいでしょう。ふっふっふ。うちのゆうくんは昔からそうなのです。セイバーくんもよく似てかわいいったら。でもな、もうちょっとだけ若かったらな。
似ていないと思うぞ。
指摘するのはそこなのか、セイバ
この味わい。ねえ、うどんが欲しくなるわ。
気が緩むったらもう。まあいいわ。とことん姉さんが教えてあげる。敵同士とはいえ、武蔵ちゃんのお弟子だものね。
お手数かけます。
ほんとよ、もう。まず霊樹よね。霊樹っていうのはこの文様のことさ。意味としては義に参加したマスターの証、サーバントとのつながり、契約を示すものでもあるって話だね。この霊樹はね、いろんなことができる。己がサーバントの魔力をどんと増やしたり、遠くにいるのをすぐ近くに呼んでみたり。一番大切なのはやっぱりサーバントへ上位を告げられることかね。
ー。上位。
契約した英霊への絶対命令権よ。使えばサーバントにどんな命令も思いのまま。
どんな命令もというと、
自害とか。裏を返せば、普段はマスターの言葉や命令に強制力はないってことなんだけどね。どうしてもって時に使うみたい。絶対勝てとか言えばパワーアップになるしね。
パワーアップ。乱語ですか？
ああ、そっか、そうよね。ごめんごめん。気力、旅力、勢力が増すってこと。それはもうすっごく増すので覚悟しなさい。例えばそうね、波の剣士でも斬鉄がやれるくらいに強くなるわ。
ただし3度きりだからね。覚えておきなよ。使うたびに1角ずつ減っていっちまうのさ。3角使い切ればはいおしまい。要石や魔力のつながりは残るけど、契約は終わったとみなす英霊もいるだろうね。
なるほど。霊樹。上位か。そう言われれば合点のいくこともあります。ことの葉一つでセイバーを止めた。我知らずですが、確かに一度霊樹を行使していたようだ。この辺りの司祭、さすがに語ってほしかったぞ、セイバ
ー。なんだろう、この子らの感じ。ねえ、武蔵ちゃん。
キュートだわ。
本当にもう。でもいつか共闘したりするんなら、義について一から説明しておくのが吉かね。
その辺のさじ加減は太夫に任せます。好きにするといいわ。
ああ、もう仕方ない。ひな鳥2羽にいろいろ教えてやるよ。まずは肝心要の英月だ。持つ者の願いを叶える願望切って触れ込みのこいつをめぐり、私たちは相争ってる。
Standard, right?
願いが叶うとは聞いたが。
願いね。そうであってほしいよ。英霊なんて大化粧を呼び寄せられるんだ。それぐらいできてもらわなきゃ困るってもんだよ。さて続き、英月は義にあたり、まず7人の呼び人、
マスターを選ぶ。これが私たちさ。あんた、あたし、ゆい小説、その他にあと4人。7人のマスターは英月に与えられた英霊。己がサーバントで互いに殺し合う。これが英月の義。つまるところ、お互いの命をかけた英月の奪い合いさね。
なるほど。7人7機の殺し合い。
英月がこの世に下ろす英霊は全部で15。そんでサーバントを作るには魂の情報を収める箱が必要になるらしい。
Wait, why 15?
南蛮風に言えばクラスってやつね。
クラス。
セイバー、アーチャー、ランサー、ライダー、キャスター、アサシン、バーサーカー。7種類の箱に英霊の情報が収められてサーバントになるってわけ。
I love the Japanese themed art for each of them. That's really cool.
7人のマスター、7機のサーバント。尋ねたい。サーバントの総数は15機のはずでは。
勘がいいね。残る8機はマスターを持たないのさ。そのうち1機がさっきあんたたちが戦った猛者、うちの心強い用心棒さ。
マスターを持たずに己が意志のみで動く、いわばはぐれのサーバント。
師匠、サーバントにとってマスターは要石と聞きました。魔力を得ているとも。はぐれのサーバントは何を要石とし、何から魔力を得るのですか？
Good question.
そりゃあ霊脈からよ。
霊脈。天然自然の力のほとばしり、魔力の本流。気脈、地脈、流脈とも呼ばれる大いなるもの。まさか師匠の口から耳にしようとは。
へえ、詳しいな、より。
この辺りは紅玉のじいさんからな。剣の道には関わりのない神秘隠秘の事柄だが。
続けるよ。霊脈は江戸のあちこちに通っていてね、特に魔力を得やすい霊地があるって話さ。大抵はお社なりお寺なり立ってたりするかね。
ならこの吉原も霊地か？社は見当たらないぞ。
必ずしもそういうのがあるわけじゃないさ。でもそう、ここも霊地の一つ。あの子はここを通る霊脈から直接魔力をもらってるのさ。だからあの子には主人はいないし、己の領域を離れない。
そうだったか。気ままな身の上かと思ったが。
そうでもないわ。この義のはぐれは不便なものなのです。マスター持ちの英霊に比べて魔力に乏しく、かなり力を減じているんだもの。どうも霊気が不安定みたいね。ああ、霊気っていうのはサーバントの体のこと。
力を減じてあれですか？
ああ、彼は例外。普通はああも魔力あふれたはぐれはいません。
例外。主を持たないとのことですが、あの異常婦、太夫に懐いていたような。
言わせんのかい？野暮だね、本当に。決まってるだろ。私を慕って守ってくれてんのさ。
さすがは吉原三大太夫の一角。音に聞こえた高尾太夫、英霊。かつて偉業を成した偉人さえ虜とは恐れ入る。
そんなこともあるさね。
Okay, I'm following now.
土帝家
そうさ。英月の儀を取り仕切ってるのは陰陽師の宗家であらせられる土帝様。私の知る限りはそうだ。儀の見届け役ってことらしいよ。
では英月とは陰陽師の秘術なのか。泰山府君の技というよりまるで竜宮童子のおとぎ話のようだ。英月。
ほう、聖杯の足か。
じいさん、急に何をやって。
わからぬかいより、英月の儀なる術式陰陽道であるものか。陰陽の技で英霊を呼ぶことはあるまいよ。神仏の云々とも程遠いと見たぞ。まずもってこの国で生まれた儀式ではなかろうて。東大の土帝、いかにして異国の下法なぞ知り得たものか。
なんなのさこれ。よくしゃべるけども。
こりゃそう強く握るでない。あ、いや、話す必要はないぞ。持つならばもっとこう撫でるように。めくるときに引っ張りすぎじゃいたわらんか。
ごめんおじいちゃん。てかそっち系の物知りじいさんみたいね。いいもの持ってるじゃないいおり殿。こいつを使えば計策ってやつを立てられるよ。さっきこう言ったろ。あの子は霊地をよりどころにしてるってさ。
聞いたぞ。あの異常婦のバーサーカーだな。
はぐれのサーバントはみんなそうさ。それに霊脈の魔力はマスターたちも使うんだ。陰陽師だか魔術師だかは知らないが、マスターってのは魔力で術を使う輩ばかりさ。だからマスターは霊地を本拠にしてその魔力を利用する。私がここ吉原に陣取ってるようにね。
では高尾も何か術を使うのか。
どうだろうね。
なるほど。俺も本拠を定めるべきということか。
そう、話が早いね。
ふんふん、すでにこやつの住処は工房と化してよ。
あ、ピンときた。そうね、浅草あたりの下町じゃない。
なるほど、浅草ね。それはそれで立派な霊地じゃないのさ。
She's kind of Miyamoto Musashi. She knows.
まったく師匠に隠し事はできませんね。
まあ最低限の支度ができてるならいいさ。掌握した霊地が増えるほどサーバントに回せる魔力も増えるんだ。裏を返せば抑えた霊地を奪われれば自分たちは弱くなり相手が強くなる。英月の儀は切った張ったの戦だけじゃない、霊地の争奪戦でもあるのさ。
では全ての霊地を得なければな。
威勢がいいね。けど派手に動き回るのはどうだろうね。格の高い霊地の多くは幕府の用地でもある。騒ぎを起こせばあっという間にお役人が退去してお縄だよ。
お、わかるぞ。それは切腹だ。いおりがするやつだ。
いや
さすがに男武蔵もそんなやわな鍛え方はしてないでしょう。でも目立つなっていうのは本当よ。聖杯もとい英月の儀は闇に紛れて戦うのが基本。手の内を明かさぬように動きつつ他者の動向を探りうまく立ち回りなさい。
手の内は武蔵と高尾には見せているな。
そうね。私たち以外のマスターに手の内を明かさない。
There was no not showing your hand in this situation.
なるほど、わかりました。つまり 江戸の町を舞台とした戦だ。
イエス、その通り。
I love that word. その通り。
さあ、こんなところかね。話すべきことは話したし、ここらでお開きとしようじゃないか。
感謝する。貴殿のおかげで義の形が見えてきた。セイバーは司祭を語らんし。
Hold on. I gotta make sure you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. It's great.
仲いいんだ。セイバー君、いいかしら。英霊絡みの経験がやや長いかもな先輩からちょっとだけアドバイス、あ、助言って意味です。
承ろう。
あのね、マスターなしじゃ勝てないわ。たとえ天下一の名剣を持った剣士だとしても英霊同士の戦いには勝てないと思う。最強の将軍や最高の王君、最大の神仏だったとしてもね。
そこまでか。
そこまでよ。はぐれでなくひとたびマスターを得たらね。オッケー。
それじゃあそろそろしまいさね。と別れの挨拶の前に一つお願いだ。面白い話もっと送れよ。
優位小説の話だけでは足りないか。はい、わかった。
さっきのはなかなか良かったよ。もう他のマスターと会ってるとはね。その調子でどんどん頼むよ。英月の儀に臨むマスターの名や居所、そのあたりがわかると姉さん嬉しいわ。
期限を切りましょう。そうね、7日ってところでどうかしら。
師匠、
力の無理難題をもらったという顔だな、より。
その通りだよ。この感じ、なんとも懐かしいものだ。
期限を破ったり無視したりしたらさっきの蝶々発しの続きってことになるから、早々に死にたくなければ気をつけること。
承知しました。
他のマスターの居所を調べて君たちに報告すればいいんだな。
そういう文句ないね。ならさっさと吉原を出な。武蔵ちゃんのチキみたいだし、マスターとはいえここは見逃してやるよ。もっと頼もしくなってくれたら共闘してくれってこっちから頭を下げるかもね。そら、言った言った。
ご親切痛み入る。
行こう、より。なんやかやで指針も得られた。
あ、そうそう、最後に一つ大事なことを伝えとくよ。宮本伊織殿、あんたはマスターになった。故に自らこの儀を抜けることはできない。英霊を失うこと、己が命を失うこと、あるいは義を勝ち抜くこと。この3つ以外に抜ける手立てはない。せいぜい覚えておきな。武蔵ちゃんの弟子にしちゃ光るものはあるみたいだけれど、大した相手にはなりそうもないかね。お侍にしちゃあんまり気迫がないみたいだしさ。太平の世ってやつだし、そういうのが常なのかもしれないけどね。正面切っての人情沙汰なら私のサーバントが必ず勝つ。違うかい？
そうね。
おや、かの神面武蔵ともあろう者が弟子相手では手が鈍っちまうのかい？
ああ、そこは安心して。師弟愛とか家族愛とかそういうので手は鈍らないから。私単純に頭痛いなーって。こっちの伊織くんもああなんだって。あれじゃ生きづらいだろうに。ほんと 生まれる時代を間違えたのね。
うん、なすべきことは決まったがせっかくだ。私は少し吉原を見てみたいな。
構わんが、夜更け前には帰るぞ。
Yeah! Where's that? There's that general store. I want to go to that general store.
あれは
Saber!
見ろ、よりほほう、昼とはまた違った趣がある。一段と輝いて見える。
そうだな。用がなければ早く帰るぞ。
なんだ、帰りたいのか。
What is this? Hold on. Earth Stance, Perseverance. That seems really good. Oh my god. There's gonna be 2 more stances, right? I'm not crazy? Okay, I don't see why I would change that at all. Yeah, that's the one I like. That one's good. Okay, where was... So go straight and then to the right. Oh, hold up. We're hurting a little bit. I believe next one. Irashai. What would I sell? Do I just sell these things? I don't know if I'm supposed to sell those or not. Oh, let me tell you what I'm not doing is spending money on those for gacha. Yes. Okay, so it just gets rid of the things that are to be sold. Cool. Cool. that makes having to know what to do easier. There's a couple fights I want to check out while I'm here. Because why not? I can't believe we got that hit in. Feel cheated by that hit. What is this? It's local trials. Okay. I'm curious. In towns offer local trials are bulletin boards that display details about the available trials. If you find one, be sure to check it out. Ah, see, I'm glad I came to check. Okay. Save game. I think I am going to call stream right here, though. It has been fun hanging out tonight, everyone. I do appreciate you all, as always. So, the plan is this week, we'll be streaming 4 times. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. The normal days. What we're streaming, I'm still not 100% on. I probably will be streaming 14 at least once. And we'll see what happens with the rest. Maybe playing more of this. Maybe starting Azure. Who knows? A lot of games to play. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'll see everyone tomorrow. We will be live. Don't forget, new episode of the podcast tomorrow morning. Be sure to go check it out. It goes live at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, 5:30, 4:30 Pacific. It's really early in the morning, y'all, so it should be there when you get up. Go give it a listen. Remember to share it around. I appreciate everyone, as always. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for hanging out and chatting. I do enjoy the just chatting segments. It's really fun to just sit and talk and have a good conversation. So I appreciate everybody, as always. And yeah, share the podcast. Check out the podcast. Love you guys. See everyone next time. Peace.